Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world, online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Saturday, April 15th, 2023. Spring weather is here, with lots of folks coming in to visit the high desert and lots of high desert residents heading out to other areas of Southern California. If you're traveling this weekend, there are a few road closures and sections of the National Trails Highway you should know about. Both directions on National Trails Highway are closed between Chambliss and multiple bridges. This closure continues until the highway rejoins I-40 at the Mountain Springs Summit, and both directions on Essex Road and Goffs Road are closed due to damage to multiple bridges. If you're heading into the Joshua Tree National Park this weekend, this is a reminder that the north entrance to the park in 29 Palms is always less busy than the west entrance in Joshua Tree. You can avoid idling in line and spend more time experiencing springtime in the park by continuing down Highway 62 and through 29 Palms to Utah Trail, where you'll find the north entrance. Spring means more active wildlife, so be extra careful while driving through the park and while hiking. Rattlesnakes are also more active as temperatures are rising earlier in the day. For links to county road conditions, as well as some tips for visiting the national park during the busier spring season, you can see this story at Z107.7fm.com. It looks like Landers is the place to be this weekend for bargain hunters. A plan to remodel Landers' #1 retail destination has triggered a gigantic parking lot sale. Reporter Mike Lipsitz is here with a preview.
An upcoming remodel at the Landers Thrift Shop has pushed everything out of the store and the back storage space and into the parking lot. Sponsored by the nonprofit Landers Community Association, the gigantic sale starts at 8 a.m. and continues to 4 this Saturday and Sunday at Belfield Hall on Ritchie Road, just east of Landers Post Office. Furniture, housewares, clothing, vintage items, hardware and tools, collectibles that haven't seen the light of day in years have all been pulled out of the building and priced to sell. Cash, checks, and credit cards are welcome. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
The Yucca Valley Rotary Club will be hosting their 19th annual dessert soiree tonight. The charity benefit party and auction will benefit the Morongo Basin Ambulance Association. It starts at 6 p.m. and there'll be appetizers, desserts, wines, and a no-host bar. There'll also be live music and a silent auction, a local version of Deal or No Deal, with a chance to win $1,000. The event is taking place at the Boys and Girls Club in Yucca Valley. Tickets are still available at $45. For information and tickets, you can contact Brittany at 760-366-8474, extension 3. Harrison House is hosting an ensemble of strings tomorrow night. Here with more is News Director Jeff Harmatz.
The Joshua Tree Foundation for Arts and Ecology is presenting a performance of string quartets and trios by an ensemble at the Lou Harrison House in honor of Armenian Genocide Remembrance. This Sunday's event will feature the VEM Ensemble from UCLA, who will perform music composed by Lou Harrison, Alan Hovhannes, and Armenian composers including Komitas, Mansourian, and Mirian. The music begins Sunday at 5 p.m. at the Lou Harrison House, located at 6881 Mount Lassen Avenue in Joshua Tree, and tickets will be sold on a sliding scale from $20 to $50. There will be a Q&A event following the program. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Jeff Harmatz.
The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department will be out this weekend looking for drivers suspected of driving under the influence. The Sheriff's Department would like to remind the public that impaired driving is not just from alcohol. Some prescription medications and over-the-counter drugs may interfere with driving. Always follow directions for use and read warning labels about driving. While medicinal and recreational marijuana are legal, driving under the influence of marijuana is not. Drivers caught driving impaired and charged with a first-time DUI face an average of $13,500 in fines and penalties, as well as a suspended license. The Yucca Valley pedestrian improvement projects on Little League Drive and Onaga Trail are progressing along, with construction and some lane closures on both. However, the new sidewalks and curbs with ADA accessible ramps have been installed on both projects. Both improvements will give pedestrians safer spaces to walk along the busy roads, and Little League Drive will terminate in a cul-de-sac at the Boys and Girls Club, improving pedestrian crossing and safety around the busy park. Joshua Tree National Park is sponsoring a 6-week Youth Conservation Corps program for students this summer. Jeff Harmatz rejoins us with the details of this exciting opportunity for youngsters.
The Youth Conservation Corps will be participating in labor-intensive, hands-on initiatives throughout the park, including maintenance along the Highview Trail in Black Rock and Keys View Loop Trail. Crews may assist with resource habitat improvement and resource restoration projects. Corps members gain knowledge and experience about the desert environment and learn about the National Park Service, in addition to receiving California's minimum wage. The program kicks off on June 19th and will run until July 28th. The park's Youth Conservation Corps program is open to anyone between the ages of 15 and 18 years old. The Corps will be chosen via random lottery from all applications. Application forms are available from Joshua Tree National Park headquarters in 29 Palms, as well as Yucca Valley and 29 Palms High Schools. Applications are due no later than April 31st, 2023. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Jeff Harmetz.
Earth Day is next weekend. There are a couple of different events you can register early for. The Morongo Basin Conservation Association's Living Landscape Tour is coming Sunday, April 27th. There'll be 7 sites on this year's tour throughout the Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree, and 29 Palms area. The tour will showcase engaging and attractive desert-wise landscapes throughout the Morongo Basin, showing you how residents are living in harmony with the desert environment, with native, low-water plants and landscaping that accentuates the desert's balance and beauty. It's $5 for MBCA members or $10 for non-members. You can pre-register online through the 22nd or in person at the Mojave Desert Land Trust in Joshua Tree between 9 a.m. and noon on the Sunday of the tour. Registration provides a descriptive brochure with directions and maps. Speaking of the Mojave Desert Land Trust, on Sunday, April 23rd, they'll be hosting a spring lecture on desert pollinators by Dr. Gordon Pratt, who co-authored the newly published book, The Butterflies and Skippers of Joshua Tree National Park. The talk will cover the butterflies you may encounter in the national park, along with offering guidance on how to make your own butterfly habitat using native plants and other things. There'll also be guided tours of the Mojave Desert Discovery Garden before and after the lecture. Sign up on arrival for a tour. You can visit this story on our website for links to pre-register for both events. That's at Z107.7fm.com. And that's your local news. You can hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.